Hello, everybody. So we are now done with the Romanticism age, and we are about to start the Victorian age. That means we are done with that purple book, and we now start with this book right here. So this is the 10th edition, volume E, and we will start with this week. This week's author is Alfred Lord Tennyson. You cannot talk about the Victorian age in British literature without mentioning Alfred Lord Tennyson, because he is that important. He wrote for about 50 years, and at one point he was what was known as the Poet Laureate, which was the most important writer in England at the time. So, I hope that you all got done with the Romanticism exam last week. I hope you got your all papers in. I did grade weeks 3 and 4 last week, so I hope that if you've gotten your grades back, that you've taken the time to go back into these essays and learned what you need to do to improve them if you need improvement, or if you're writing great essays, keep that up. So, one thing you need to know about Tennyson. The two poems I have chosen are both extensions of works that already existed. So, for the Lady of Shalott, that is a furthering of the King Arthur legend. So, Lady of Shalott, you'll see Sir Lancelot in it, and think about how Lady of Shalott's about what happens to a woman when she learns something or when she gets life experience, because the whole innocence thing dies, and yet, even though she dies at the end of the poem, think about how now she's a more experienced woman. And so the loss of innocence is what's a theme there. And then, of course, for the Ulysses, we all know about Homer's version of Ulysses and how Ulysses took 20 years to get home from the Trojan War. He had great adventures and all that stuff. Now, in Alfred Tennyson's version of Ulysses, the story picks up after he's been home for a while on his island of Ithaca, and he realizes that he's just not cut out for staying at home. He's an adventurer. He must go out and explore. He must go out and have battles and all that stuff. And while he's at home, all he's doing is sitting around being a judge for other people's petty conflicts. So, think about how Ulysses is a bit of a sequel to Homer's Odyssey. So if you think about those terms, you should do well on the questions this week. And I really hope you enjoyed this week's readings. And I know that Alfred Lord Tennyson is probably, if not the most important poet of the Victorian era, at least one of the most important poets of the era. And I hope you enjoy him.